I am very proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Yes.
You guys have been given life.
May 13th.
Yes. Who's counting, right? I know you count. I know you count.
It's hard
not
not
to
to
make it.
trying not to so bad, but it's like,
Listen, you know what? There is no problem counting because it's another day of victory.
yes.
It's another
And
day.
that's how I look at it. Absolutely.
No question. And the biggest thing that, you know, I say to people is that, you know, even if you have a misstep, it's like one of our girlfriends said, look, if you fell off the wagon, she said, don't sit there and watch the wagon leave, run after it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, it's a lot. What one of the biggest ahas is, it's not a race. It's a marathon. It's not a race. It's a lifestyle. Okay?
Yeah.
Because this didn't happen. These things didn't develop in 30 days, right? These things that are affecting our lives, they didn't happen in 30 days. And the truth is, it takes a lifestyle to change it, right? And when we embrace that, we're saying, you know what? I am not going to crucify myself, because that allows you to fall into paralysis. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I forgot to take my supplements at 7 o'clock. Okay, so take them now. You know, it's like, wait a minute. This is not a thing that pushes you into, okay, did I do it all right?
Not every eye.
Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise we fall into this thing where we feel like we just can't do it. You know, exasperation.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth is, what I say to people, the real changes that matter are the changes that we can metabolize, right? It's the changes that actually operationalize into our lives, right? Like, it's like, you know, Infinity is a part of this family,
Mm-hmm.
right? She literally became she's threaded into this family.
Intertwined.
Right, exactly. She's not a visitor anymore, right?
Mm.
Look, I saw her post. She was like, Mom, can I sleep with you? Mom, can I sleep with you?
I was like,
She
no.
said like 3 or 4 times. Then finally she posted, I told y'all I was going to be in her room. But that shows you when somebody has that confidence level, it's because they have safety, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what we want to do is build this environment where we understand that it's not a moment-by-moment transaction. So, of course, our lifestyles are built by the decisions that we make, but it's understanding that every moment is pregnant with an opportunity for me to get back on the horse. Mm-hmm. Every moment is pregnant with an opportunity for me to make a better decision. And this is related to what we say detox living is about: toxic people, toxic thoughts, toxic foods, toxic habits, right? So this is all about okay, right now I might have just had a horrible conversation and fell into my life. Because you know when something disrupts your peace, you know, you in that place, you in that zen, like, oh, my skin looking good, my heart feeling fine, I'm feeling good. And then you get into that something that trying to pull you out. Trying to
always something or somebody.
It's usually connected to somebody, because resources come by virtue of relationships, right? And you know, we have to say, even if we're not going to get 100% right every single time, and be like, you know what? Nah, that's not who I want to be, right? And what we're saying is, I want to be that person that says, I'm taking responsibility for my life, spirit, soul, body, right? I'm not going to be that person that just says, whatever happens, happens, because that's where people end up. Just this week alone, you know, you asked me how I'm doing. In this week alone, I don't know if I told you, but I have kidney disease in my family. And it's it's a genetic disease that's dominant. So that means that 50% of the people, because it's passed on my father's side. So 50%, your child gonna have it, you gonna have it. So I had it, and my sister had it. So both of his kids had it. Okay. But it's the kind of disease that 75% of the people that have it end up on dialysis by age 50. Now, God literally saved my life with this lifestyle, because I have 0 decrease in function. I'm 100% function. And I didn't know. I thought I was changing this lifestyle because of the reproductive issues. But you know, there's always a bigger picture, right? Look at that. So I have, you know, in my family, my grandfather, so my father's father, my father, I'll tell you how many people died from it. 1, 2, 3, 4 people died from it. okay? In my immediate, like, father, uncles, and grandfather. So my father had it, but he was not symptomatic. My father had a radical, like, kind of changed lifestyle, diet, because he lived like Seventh-day Adventist, sort of, in terms of his diet, more like Jewish. So, long story short, I spoke to 2 first cousins this week. One is at 7% function of his kidney.
Wow.
7.
How old?
6, not 40.
Wow.
If he's 40, it's early 40s.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
And another, he's a little older than I am, and he's at 10, both on the transplant list.
Wow.
Both waiting to get transplanted. And I say this because the younger one who just found this out, he went to the doctor. He found out he was diagnosed in 2009, and they told him he was at 60% function of his kidneys. Okay, and they said, but they said, okay, so basically, you could lay off a little bit of protein, a little bit lower on the low sodium, but they did not recommend any radical changes. Okay, no radical changes. Don't drink so much, blah, 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 blah. He was at 60% function in 2009. 2019, he's at 7.
Wow.
See that?
Wow.
What did he do in that time frame? Doctor didn't recommend any radical changes. He didn't say, he said nothing can cure it. So, it's that when it goes bad, it just goes bad.
Wow, that's insane.
Insane, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So now I'm saying to him, we're going to get you on the protocol I'm on. So number 1, once you get this kidney, you got to take care of this kidney so you don't end up in that position, right? So he never got that, no, it is time to do things radically to prevent it. And what I'm excited about is we get to say, you know what, the train is coming, I'm changing tracks. I'm changing tracks. I'm not staying on this track because the train is coming.
Yeah.
And he's now in a crisis. And he's in a crisis that's actually fatal, right? You have a crisis where you're dealing with symptoms, but it's not a crisis where it's fatal to your life right now, right? And we're not going to go there. So that's when I say you're making a decision to become the hero in the story of your healing and no longer the accomplice in the story of our disease. It's easy because the culture around us says it's what's accepted.
Right.
It's what's easy. Right. Anybody got time for that, girl? You better go get your, whatever it is, cheap and easy. And it's popular because everybody else is doing it. At some point, we have to say, you know what? I'm getting off that boat. That's not where I'm headed. That's not my destination. Because I see what's tied to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know that it has been, like, you made it to 13 days. I know there have been highs and lows. I know you've been like, oh, I'm proud of you. Like, oh my God, I need coffee.
Oh my God, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I go to bed early,
Just
7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, just so I could just mentally say, you know what? This day is down. Let me focus on the next day.
Good. Now let me tell you how good that is. Let me tell you how good that is.
I get in bed early.
Because your body has needed you to go to bed early for so long. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what happens is we're swinging from one pendulum to the other, right? And your life, all your life, you've been on this side, on this side, abusing our bodies. You know what I'm saying? Some people think, well, I'm better than others. Okay, but you're still abusing your body. You know what I mean? And then now we have to go to the other side to get to balance. Yeah. And, when I think about what the biggest things on the journey is saying, I am deciding that I've made this decision that I'm choosing life. Like, that is the biggest thing. It is that, because a lot of people feel like, well, I did 15-day plans. I did this plan.
That's what constantly stays in my mind, so I can stay on track. Like, this is the bigger picture is getting healthy. The bigger picture is feeling better, more energized, more just white pupils, and just waking up like, okay, right, ready to start the new day. So that's what I keep in my mind. Like, I have to in order to stay the course.
Absolutely. It's like you have to, being connected to the big picture is like the only way to make it.
Because Lord,
because the world around us, ain't no way.
Yeah, for me, this week was hard. Like, I don't put myself in situations. Like, if I'm having a meeting, it's either going to be at my house or we're not meeting anywhere where there's food.
Smart.
I don't want any lunch meetings. But I had a wedding this week, right? I brought my food to the wedding. When they were handing out the plates of food and all that, I was chopping my avocado, I had my quinoa, I had a whole bag.
I am so. Do you hear this?
But for me, you know what it is? Like, I think it's for me, it's a spiritual thing.
It is
Because I'm thinking about, I'm doing this for her.
Yes.
Like, I'm doing this in solidarity with her.
Yes.
And I
that,
so appreciate
and that reason alone make me be like, nah, I can't. Because
Right.
I feel like if I go
You got
back,
your warrior on.
if I go back, then I'm
Yes.
saying I don't want.
And
I don't want
for
this.
me too.
I don't want that.
for Yan and for the people that's watching. Like, there's so many prayers like I'm
Yeah.
watching.
Yes.
And for me not to
Accountability is
follow
good.
through, I would feel
Mhm.
such a failure. As a failure, like I didn't even try my best to
Mhm.
continue or finish. So it's days like my energy hasn't been up this past week. Even though last week I feel my energy's low, but I feel like it's like that because I'm not really eating all the nutrients and vitamins on the list. I'm not like I pick and choose what
Well,
I
it's
like.
part
and what I
of it
need.
is, as long as, are you taking your supplements
I
regularly?
am, but I'm still feeling low. Like
See, so here's the deal. All right, where's your blood count now?
I don't know.
Okay, that's an important thing to
I
know.
don't know.
How do you figure that out?
Well, she needs to go to the doctor.
I'm
or a
going on
GP.
Friday. So
Okay, so go find out what your blood count is, because, like, for instance, you've been eating blackberries,
yes.
which are great antioxidants, but they inhibit iron absorption.
Oh, okay.
So if you are slightly anemic, they're going to boost that anemia. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they are great antioxidants. However, because they inhibit iron, when you're eating foods that enrich your iron, like anything with hemp, like anything with the purple moss powder, like quinoa,
Mhm.
I won't eat the blackberries with it,
Okay.
because the blackberries are gonna say, "Oh, iron, you can't get in here."
It's so funny because I had that for breakfast. I had about 30 blackberries.
See?
Just for breakfast.
That's it. And that's why I say to people,
Yeah.
the education piece is huge. It's huge because literally that's why I said to you the black mulberries are like your best friends,
Mhm.
because they give you. Did
Those
you
are
see
my
that post?
favorite.
Did you see my post?
I did.
So I tagged
I
you.
gave Yandy my last bag.
I thought I had more.
Of mulberries.
I was like, girl, you know I love you.
Oh, I
And
didn't see
they
it.
were out of stock in the store.
Where'd you
I had
go,
to
food?
It was the Queen's Health.
Well, let me take you back because I bought like 3 bags.
No, I
can
didn't
take
give you one.
You
Yeah.
can give them.
Hey,
Right.
yes, I got that number. So, but that's funny because the company, they tagged me back saying, I hope she appreciates your love. Because I was like, oh my God, I can't believe, yay. I was like,
How
I
about
can't
that?
believe. Not that I was like, so you pay me that. But they're out of stock, so I won't say no.
Right. But you're saying they're best friends.
Yes, absolutely, because they are iron boosters and vitamin C.
She give nah.
And vitamin C. Mommy, I.
I can't understand you when you're whispering.
Okay.
Can you what?
Can I eat a pancake?
You just ate.
Yeah, a pancake.
Go upstairs. Go lay down.
Can I get the pancake?
You see him doing something right now?
I don't know.
Give me a second, okay?
Because I'm blind.
So it's important that we be armed with the right information.
Right.
So even like you're taking your anemia, but you're taking blackberries, I think that they inhibit iron absorption by like up to 90%.
Oh wow.
See what I'm saying? So it's important to know what things to eat. And really, like, again, so I will send you the article, but it's right at the detoxnow.com/resources, where it just talks about anemia and anemia, because we want people to be educated. You need to know your iron sources, because iron is big with building up your blood count. And that's one of the quickest ways we feel fatigued.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're doing, because when literally most people, when they're starting to eat, they're like, oh my goodness, I feel very like ready in the morning. Like I feel energetic. Like I don't need anything to eat to like coffee or anything to get me going. And if there's a decrease if there's fatigue, it's usually tied to that. Okay.
Yes.
So it's important to know.
What are some of the foods that give you energy?
So, well, the foods that are on the meal plan give you energy. It's just a matter of if you have any iron issues, that it actually reduce your iron absorption. How have you been feeling, Yandy?
Different days, different ways. It's been a busy week, so I haven't been able to get a lot of sleep.
That's a big factor.
Yeah.
Sleep is literally one, I think I talked about this. When you sleep, you grow. When you sleep, you heal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's like babies when they come home, literally all they do is poop and sleep, right? They go to the bathroom and sleep. Well, we don't realize how much we hinder our body's ability to regenerate. We regenerate during our sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So regeneration is taking in all the nutrients, using them, and then allowing us now to having actually taken the power and the benefit of everything that we've consumed. Right?
Yeah.
So that when you have a week like that, that's why I said, yeah, she needs sleep. Because I just felt like just looking at the week.
But even then, I don't think I even was able to go to sleep. I laid on the couch with the kids. They were yap, 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 and talk. And then I had promised them I was going to take them to Kim and Joelle's house.
Okay.
And we went over there for a few hours and came back. And then I had work to do.
See, that's it. But here's the deal. Like, your sleep, at the very least, say to yourself, I'm going to let myself go to bed by, and it sounds crazy, by like 10:30. Right?
No, that doesn't sound crazy.
That's like where we say, you know what, I'm going to shut the lights, shut the sound, no TV, nothing. And that's really important when we go to sleep. So one of the key things is that we have to literally create a routine of sleep where we don't, because our phones are going off. Literally from now on, I put my phone on. My daughter's home, my husband, everybody critical, anything happened, they know how to hit me on the house phone if there's an emergency. I put it on, what do you call it, do not disturb. I put the thing down, face down, so that there's no light flashing or anything like that. No TV, don't go to sleep with the TV on or the computer on or anything, because the blue light from it stimulates your serotonin cycle, so it keeps you from going into that REM sleep. So you ever sleep a long time
through the night.
And here.
That's my problem. I can go to sleep, but I don't sleep through the night.
So your body has to literally, and this is in complete darkness and complete silence?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's the only way I can sleep.
That's good. So your body literally, though, when you're thinking about everything else, to me, that's probably why.
My brain is, and that's exactly it. My brain is still going.
Well, so here's the deal. This is why the practice of silencing your soul is so important.
I have to learn how to do that.
Silencing us. I know. I gotta say, how y'all doing? Well, I don't know about the sweet stuff. Reading exhale. Well, here's the deal. The biggest thing that there are a couple of things. So one of the things is that, one of the things I wanted to focus on today is the power of no. Right. A lot of times, the reason why we have our mind is overworked is because we have too many things in our plate, right? So number one is really thinking through and evaluating especially because in this season, I'm trying to intensely focus on my healing, right? To allow for real accelerated time of results and experience change, right? So in order to do that, we have to think, okay, what are the things that create a list of what is non-negotiable that I have to, what's my must list in order to reach that vision of seeing myself healthy, seeing Kisha healthy, and seeing yourself healthy. What are the non-negotiables during this phase? So that includes, of course, the things that require taking care of yourself. Of course, the kids are non-negotiable, but still everything that the kids want to do are not non-negotiable, right? So it's like, okay, what are the non-negotiables, but what are the things that I actually have to, in order to make that a priority and realistic, something that I achieve, what do I have to say is not, that is actually pulling me away from that in my lifestyle right now, whether it's people, whether it's habits, whether it's activities, whether it's thoughts, like what are the things I have to say, what's my, this no longer serves me. Like, what is this is radical. This no longer serves me. I can't do it. I've done it too long and it's been pulling me away, right? People, thoughts, activities on your schedule and on your activities and your relationships. What is it? What are the things that I have to say, you know what? This actually is not good and it's taking me away from my vision, right? And the other thing is, what are the things that are good, but they're just not for now? Mm-hmm. Like some things are paused, right?
Right.
And I know, especially, like I had to make changes to my schedule because I was like, I'm not getting to spend enough time with my daughter. And that is a non-negotiable. You know what I mean? So I had, because of that, I was like, okay, so I'm not doing any evening coaching sessions anymore during the week. And I was like, okay, I have other, you know, coaches I have on the team. They can do those sessions because I'm like, I have to look at the big picture of my life. And when I'm dead and gone, I don't want to be said that she worked more than she actually built memories with her daughter. Right. Because that's where we worked and do her homework or what the times that we had to exchange. Because she's in school during the day, right? Most of her time. So what I say is, what are the pauses? What are the stops? Because that enables you. The biggest thing is like saying, and it requires saying no. No is like one of the most powerful sentences, but it is one of the most underutilized because we feel like, you know, we don't want to say no because we don't want to hurt people's feelings, right? You know, and I know you have to say no more and more and more because there's more stuff coming at you. You know what I mean? And it's like I have to say, okay, you have to realize and fully embrace this concept that saying no may make you sad, but it doesn't make me bad. Like saying no is sometimes the healthiest thing I need to do for me. Right? And the thing about it is people want you to, you know, and especially it's hard when people want to attack you and all that. But I have to say at the end of the day, I need to know in the vision and the value system I have, if saying no is what's required, I'm quick to say no. I'm quicker to say no. Like my husband, he's funny. He's like, I said, baby, why is it that you say no before you say anything else? He said, because I'm not going to put any burden on my back before I really thought about it. So I'll say no. I'll say I'll get back to you because I want to help you. And that's the other thing. You want to help so many people because you guys both have these hearts to just uplift, to support, to build. And we have to say, okay, what things should I let my money do for me? And what things do I have to personally be involved in? Right? That's why I said the grocery shop today, I was like, oh, no way. I'm not going to the store no more. If I do, it is literally a unicorn because I'm like, I don't have time for that anymore. Why? Because that's not that is not a value. It's not a value. Because I said, okay, at the end of the day, money can fix that, right? But money cannot replace the time that I need to build that relationship, right? Yeah. So what do I need to pause? What do I need to stop? And embracing the fact that the reason I got here is because I didn't say no. I kept saying yes. And we say yes to everybody else and give ourselves the crumbs. Yeah. Right? That's a big deal. Because once we do that, you know what happens? Then we slow down. That's part of how your mind, because when you're overloaded, then you can make room. You can have time to breathe and give yourself time to say, is this the right thing for me? You know what I mean? Is this the right thing for me? Is this I love that you said, no, you know what? I'm not having meetings because I'm not doing that. I'm not putting myself in that position for me to be in a situation where I'm defeated and then I have to now take that. So you say, no, I'm setting the boundary. And my boundary is, if this is how it's going to happen, because I've had people who've had that position and have been in a celebrity status. They're like, no, but they won't. I'm like, what do you mean they won't? This is your health. You're on an operating table today because you wouldn't say no. You know what I'm saying? Like you are on an operating today facing major surgery because you wouldn't prioritize your health. And I love that you have the added emphasis of, you know what I say is like, not without my sister, like for real. Like when I think about what brings out the warrior in me, it's my people. It's my people. Like that's why it's so important. It's like, you know what? I'm not holding, like you said, go hard or go home. Go hard or go home. Go hard or go home.
Yeah. Man, I was thinking about that Knicks game. We went to the Knicks game and we had floor seats. So if you get floor seats, you also can go to the suite. When I say shrimp, this crazy. Carrot cake with whipped cream on top, codfish, swordfish.
Oh my God.
I was sitting there
like a den.
Right, Amir? It was so many cotton candy, all cotton candy you could eat in the world. That's my favorite.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, I'll just take, what did I have?
Oh, you had
Salad.
Vegetarian.
Yes.
I had fruit salad.
We can show you the cotton candy. I got to put on my shoes.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
That's so funny.
Okay, Amir, don't touch it. It's recording. Leave it. Don't. I said don't touch.
Don't touch it.
We're talking. Go back upstairs, baby. So, but
So
again,
what took you through? How did you handle it?
just like, no, I can't. So it's two things. In my mind, I have this.
Mom, can I eat
The
now?
detox is no. When I'm done, it'll be dinner time. In my mind, is the
Can I
detox is
eat
not
my
going
food
to
for
work
dinner?
if you keep interrupting me, and I'm gonna get upset, and I'm gonna put you on timeout. Go upstairs. I feel like the detox is not gonna work if I put toxin in my body. It's gonna have to start all over again, and I've come too far to start all over again. And then the other thing is, I want to do this in solidarity with her. So I feel like even subconsciously, if I stop, or if I cheat, or if I quit, she's gonna feel it. She's gonna know, and then this is like kind of life or death for her. You know what I'm saying? Like having a baby, I feel like is at a point where it's almost life or death for her.
Having a
So
baby is important, but now for me it's more like just feeling healthy. Not feeling pain, not feeling pains in my
So you're
abdomen.
valuing you first.
Yeah, not feeling pain in my
That's what made me
shoulder.
cry.
Like I would love to have a baby, but if I could be healthy, I feel so much better. Like it's no, seriously. Like I would
Yeah.
love to, but if it don't happen, it's all right. What I'm doing. But as
that's
long
good.
as my
That's
health is
different.
good,
Keisha, you don't
Sheesh.
understand what you just.
I know, because that wasn't that's different. I never heard you say that.
I know, but I've come through this whole realization these 13 days. Like, yes, I'm on this path to have a baby, but also to not have these fibroids and endometriosis and these adhesions keep coming and affecting my life. My tendonitis, I don't have no pain anymore. So now that I feel like what it's like not to have pain for 6 months, and like how I used to be last year I was in pain for before the 6 months.
Right.
I mean, it's like, all right, now it's just on the path to just be healthy. And it's a fight every day because I still want a piece of salmon.
I know.
I want a piece of shrimp. I even smelled some chicken yesterday, and it smelled so good. I was like, I want a piece of fried chicken. And Lord knows the coffee.
It's real. It's real.
I think I still have it in my system. I want coffee every day, but every day it's like, okay, let me just have this cup of herbal tea with no sugar, with no honey. And just, I know, but it's just like whatever. Like I can't carry it. I haven't brought it yet, so it's like I just have it plain.
Keisha, what you just said literally just shook me inside.